Travis Wingoodsell. I've got less than 10 minutes before I have to go do the laundry. So I'll stop it if I have to realize I need to do more on this. My lawsuit against the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is about standing up to the crimes they committed against me. I won't go into those details. I've already got them in the readings for you and other playlists. The important thing to remember is that the church wants to keep their information a secret. They're purposely doing all they can to keep the history a secret, let alone their financial information a secret, and their financial dealings, which are criminally based, a secret. And in this particular case, the defense counsel is trying a strategy of extorting the judges for loyalty, letting them know clearly, this is the time we need you to side with us because we're toast. Travis has us by the balls and he's ripped them off. And it may work, and thus they will continue to remain in power, continue to keep everything a secret. If Judge Waddups has a pricked conscience, he may be lukewarm and say, okay, Travis, you win. I'm not going to hold the church accountable for their crimes, and I'm not going to grant you your requested relief. I'm modifying it so that you get $100,000 or whatever. The church also wins. Not just because everything they've done is kept secret, but they also are in a position to continue to retaliate. If I lose, they'll retaliate. If I get a modified relief, they will retaliate. And that's what they forced this to, is they want this case dismissed with prejudice so that I can never file anything against them ever again. And thus they forced me to say, okay, I'm calling your bluff, I'm all in. I want to win with prejudice. And so that's what they're hoping, is that I won't be granted the one, my option, because they know it's all or nothing. Like I told you in the other video, it was 30 minutes long, so you may have missed it. They did the masks last Friday. The church ordered masks for all Mormons last Friday. Herbert didn't do it, church did it. Herbert is Mormon. He now has to do it because the Mormon church told him to. And that was because of this case. It's because I've been pointing out on my videos, and I had talked about the pre-game show that was before the last Friday, and going over it on the Thursday, but they would have been in their meeting when I was doing that video. Yeah, it was clear that the church throughout this whole thing has been making preparations in case they lose in order to flee the country. They've been preparing to look innocent by doing a minimum, like masks, when we're supposed to be staying home. Because there's the two differences, quarantine and isolation. You quarantine yourself or you don't quarantine yourself, you get quarantined by doctors if you test positive. And only if you go into isolation only as a precaution if you've come in contact with somebody who may have been positive. That's why they isolated us in the beginning of all this, even though it was late, is because we don't know who got it in contact with somebody who was positive. And like I've been telling you, 10,000 Utahns, just Utahns, have tested positive but are not being quarantined. Only those who are serious in the symptoms are getting hospitalized. And so the rest, they go home and they go out in public and they spread it around. That's why we keep escalating. That's why our numbers keep going up and we're not getting better. It's because Herbert specifically is murdering us, and Nelson specifically is murdering us. And so to have masks now, no, we need to be isolating, if not those who have tested positive, to go to the hospitals to quarantine. And they don't have enough room for 10,000 Utahns. And that was all done purposely. And so whatever the outcome is, and I expect it to be after Monday. I don't expect it today because Judge Oberg gave both of us till the 20th. So on the 21st, this coming Tuesday, then Judge Waddups, I'm sure, will then open it up and begin his deliberations as to what to finally decide. And it may take him a day, it may take him till Friday of next week, it may take him a month, it may take him 2 months. But whatever the time, the church wins, unless I win. Because if it's not for everything, I lose. And just understand that. The church wants it that way. This is a Hail Mary on their part. They're doing the best they can to keep everything private, secret, covered up.